of you gathered here are yearning for insights that go beyond mere information, insights that spark true change. Now, it is time for us to explore the core philosophy presented in Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and discuss how this book can bring a revolution to your life. What if everything you've been taught about money, even that your house is an asset, is fundamentally wrong? Imagine a world where schools train you for jobs, but leave you financially illiterate, trapped in a rat race you don't even see. Unlock the secret lessons the wealthy teach their children about money, lessons the poor and middle class never learn, to reshape your financial future. We unveil the mind behind a revolution in financial thinking. Robert Kiyosaki. He's not just an author, he's an entrepreneur, an educator, and an investor who has fearlessly challenged the conventional wisdom of money, earning a reputation for straight talk and courage. His journey began uniquely, shaped by two vastly different fathers. One, his highly educated biological father, his poor dad, emphasized a secure job and a steady paycheck, yet struggled financially throughout his life. The other, his best friend Mike's father, his rich dad, a high school dropout who became one of Hawaii's wealthiest men, taught him a radical concept. Don't work for money, have money work for you. At just 9 years old, Kiyosaki made a pivotal choice to follow his rich dad's path, leading him from earning a meager 10 cents an hour to founding his first corporation while still working at Xerox, and ultimately achieving financial freedom by the age of 47. This journey, focused on converting earned income into passive and portfolio income, allowed his wealth to grow automatically. His influence is undeniable. Recommended by figures like Donald Trump and Steve Forbes, and featured across global media outlets including Oprah, CNN, and the BBC, Kiyosaki's perspectives are not just heard, they resonate. At the heart of this influence lies a groundbreaking book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Hailed by USA Today as a starting point for anyone looking to gain control of their financial future, it is the #1 personal finance book of all time. With nearly 40 million copies sold worldwide and a decade-long presence on international bestseller lists, its bold claims, like, "Your house is not an asset," were initially met with skepticism, but have proven eerily prophetic amidst global economic shifts. This book isn't just a guide, it's a financial awakening. This book is not for everyone. It is for those brave enough to look beyond conventional advice and demand more from their financial lives. Specifically, 3 types of people absolutely need to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. 1. Hardworking individuals trapped in the rat race. You've worked tirelessly, perhaps even achieved scholastic and professional success, but still find yourself perpetually working for money, struggling with debt, or feeling stuck in the endless cycle of paying bills. If your income statement shows your efforts primarily benefiting others, the company, the government, the bank, then this book is your wake-up call. 2. Skeptics of conventional financial wisdom. If you're ready to challenge deeply ingrained societal beliefs, such as your home being your greatest asset, or that job security is the ultimate goal, and seek a new, more effective financial paradigm, then this book will provide the courage and clarity you need. It dares you to question what you've always been told. 3. Aspirants of true financial freedom. This book is for individuals driven by a deep desire to understand how money truly works, to make money work for them through strategic asset acquisition, and to escape the emotional control of fear and greed. If you dream of a life where your wealth grows automatically, regardless of your daily labor, then Rich Dad, Poor Dad is your essential guide to building that pipeline to prosperity. The core philosophy of this book is astonishingly simple yet profoundly transformative. It's about shifting from a lifetime of working for money to understanding how to make money work for you by strategically acquiring income-generating assets. By applying the author's teachings, you will gain transformative benefits. 1. You can master true financial literacy and deeply understand how money works. This book will empower you to read the numbers beyond their surface, recognizing the critical distinction between assets and liabilities and the flow of cash that tells your financial story. 2. You can break free from the rat race and build a life where money works for you. By internalizing the profound lesson that the rich don't work for money, they have money work for them, you will learn to convert your earned income into powerful passive and portfolio income, liberating yourself from the endless cycle of working paycheck to paycheck. 3. You will acquire the discerning eye to identify and accumulate real income-generating assets, not deceptive liabilities. The author clearly defines an asset as something that puts money in your pocket, and a liability as something that takes money out of your pocket, enabling you to build a robust asset column that generates wealth automatically. 4. You will conquer the emotional control of fear and greed, transforming them into strategic thought. The book teaches you to use your emotions to think, not think with your emotions, allowing you to manage risks, overcome cynicism, and bravely pursue opportunities that others miss due to their fear of loss. 5. You will unleash your financial genius to see, create, and seize opportunities others overlook. By developing your financial IQ, you will learn that great opportunities are not seen with your eyes. They are seen with your mind, fostering the creativity to turn lemons into millions and generate your own luck. 3 fundamental pillars support the entire edifice of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, intertwining to create an unbreakable chain to financial freedom. 1. Mindset shift. From working for money to having money, work for you. This is the foundational philosophical transformation that underpins every lesson. It challenges the deeply ingrained societal programming that pushes us to seek job security and a paycheck, instead urging us to build systems and assets that generate wealth independently. This shift redefines the very purpose of our labor and the role money plays in our lives. 2. Financial literacy. Mastering the language of wealth. Once the mindset shifts, the urgent need for practical knowledge emerges. This pillar emphasizes understanding the crucial distinction between assets and liabilities, the dynamics of cash flow, the power of corporations for tax advantages, and the art of investing and even inventing money. It's about learning the rules of money that schools don't teach. 3. Overcoming barriers. Catalyzing action through courage. Knowing what to do is only half the battle. This pillar addresses the psychological and emotional obstacles, fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance that prevent individuals from acting on their financial knowledge. It champions embracing risk, learning from failure, and cultivating self-discipline to transform potential into tangible wealth. These 3 are inextricably linked. A mindset shift creates the desire to learn. Financial literacy provides the tools and strategies, and overcoming barriers supplies the fortitude to apply those tools, ensuring that the acquired knowledge translates into real-world financial success. Without any one of them, the journey to financial freedom remains incomplete. To truly unlock the power of this book, we must first master its fundamental vocabulary. Let's demystify 5 essential terms. An asset is simply something that puts money in your pocket. Think of it like a thriving fruit tree you plant. It continuously drops delicious, ripe fruit into your basket year after year, with minimal effort once established. Examples include rental properties, stocks, bonds, or a business that runs without your constant presence. Liability. Conversely, a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Imagine a hungry monster that constantly demands food from you. Your house, if it's your primary residence, often becomes this monster through mortgage payments, taxes, and maintenance. It looks appealing, but it drains your resources. Cash flow is the movement of money. Money in and money out. Visualize a river. When more water flows into your system than flows out, you have positive cash flow. The goal is to create a robust river of income from your assets that comfortably covers all your outgoing expenses, making you financially free. The rat race. The hamster wheel of debt. This vivid metaphor describes the endless cycle where people work hard, earn money, and spend it all just to pay bills, never truly getting ahead. It's like a hamster vigorously running on a wheel. Lots of effort, but no real forward progress, driven by the twin emotions of fear and greed. Financial literacy. Your wealth GPS. This is your ultimate guide, the ability to read numbers and truly understand how money works. Think of it as a sophisticated GPS system for your financial journey. It encompasses unconventional approach. He states, "The main reason people struggle financially is because they have spent years in school but learned nothing about money. The result is that people learn to work for money, but never learn to have money work for them. Schools," he argues, "excel at teaching scholastic and professional skills, but not on financial skills. This leaves intelligent individuals ill-equipped to navigate the real-world financial landscape. This financial illiteracy often leads people into what Kiyosaki terms the rat race. Our lives," he contends, "are forever controlled by two emotions, fear and greed. Offer them more money, and they continue the cycle by increasing their spending. This fear of not having enough money, coupled with the desire for more, traps individuals in a perpetual cycle of working, earning, and spending without ever truly getting ahead. Even the wealthy can fall prey to this if driven purely by fear of losing what they have. But there is a way out, and it starts with the most powerful asset you possess. This stuff between your ears, your mind." Kiyosaki emphasizes, "The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth seemingly instantaneously." A critical mental shift involves replacing the limiting phrase, "I can't afford it," shut down your brain, with the empowering question, "How can I afford it?" Opens up possibilities, excitement, and dreams. This simple linguistic change forces your brain to seek solutions, not excuses. Remember the story of Robert and Mike, who, after being unpaid, were forced to use our imaginations to identify an opportunity to make money, leading to their comic book library. This vividly illustrates that great opportunities are not seen with your eyes, they are seen with your mind. So, how do we apply these groundbreaking lessons to our lives? 1. Challenge your financial programming. Question the conventional wisdom you've been taught about money. Don't blindly accept advice. Seek to understand the why behind it. 2. Transform your language. Banish "I can't afford it" from your vocabulary. Replace it with the powerful question, "How can I afford it?" This single shift can unlock incredible mental resources. 3. Master your emotions. Become an observer, not a reactor, to your emotions, financial wisdom. The author masterfully illustrates the rat race, a relentless cycle where people work for money to pay bills, only to increase their spending as their income grows, trapping them further. This cycle is fueled by two primal emotions: fear of not having money and desire, greed for what money can buy. Kiyosaki warns that more money seldom solves someone's money problems. Instead, money only accentuates the cash flow pattern running in your head. The vivid analogy of trying to build an Empire State Building on a 6-inch slab powerfully conveys the perilous financial foundation many possess due to a lack of financial literacy. Beyond traditional net worth, which can be inflated by non-cash producing junk, Kiyosaki introduces R. Buckminster Fuller's profound definition of wealth. Wealth is a person's ability to survive so many number of days forward. Or if I stopped working today, how long could I survive? This shifts our focus from accumulated possessions to sustainable cash flow from assets. It's a measure of true financial independence, making us ask, when will my assets generate enough income to cover all my monthly expenses? Your brain is the most powerful asset you possess. Robert Kiyosaki urges us to constantly invest in our financial IQ, which is a synergy of 4 critical skills: accounting, investing, understanding markets, and law. Don't just buy investments. Learn about investing. Attend seminars, read books, and play the cash flow games. This isn't a cost. It's an irreplaceable investment in your future. Before any significant purchase, engage your financial intelligence. Ask yourself, does this item put money into my pocket or take money out of my pocket? Challenge the dogma that your home is always an asset. This mental discipline is the bedrock of financial literacy and will guide you away from accumulating disguised liabilities. Shift your focus from merely earning a paycheck to diligently building your asset column. Kiyosaki emphasizes that the rich buy assets. The poor only have expenses. The middle class buy liabilities they think are assets. Seek out real assets, businesses that operate without your constant presence, income-generating real estate, stocks, bonds, or royalties from intellectual property. Let these assets become your tireless employees, working for you around the clock, even for generations. The insidious nature of the rat race is that rising income often leads to rising expenses, trapping individuals further. To escape, consciously manage your cash flow. Keep liabilities and expenses low, funneling more capital into acquiring and growing your assets. This intentional discipline is what allows your asset column to flourish and generate the income needed for true financial freedom. Stop fixating on a potentially misleading net worth. Instead, adopt Kiyosaki's definition of wealth as your financial survivability. Calculate how long you could live comfortably if you stopped working today, based purely on the cash flow generated by your assets. This personal metric provides a clear, actionable goal for achieving and maintaining financial independence. Focus on your asset column. We've been expertly trained to focus on our professions. We become doctors, lawyers, engineers, and indeed, many of us excel. But Robert Kiyosaki, with a piercing clarity, challenges us in his 3rd lesson. The rich focus on their asset columns while everyone else focuses on their income statements. This chapter argues that true financial security and wealth are not found in your job or profession, but in diligently building your own business, which, to Kiyosaki, means cultivating a robust asset column. The stark truth is, financial struggle is often directly the result of people working all their lives for someone else. It's time to shift our gaze from the paycheck to the pipeline. If you grasp nothing else from this profound lesson, let this single, powerful sentence penetrate your thinking. The rich focus on their These assets produce income or appreciate in value without your direct daily labor. He advises, acquire assets that you love, stressing that passion for your investments helps you overcome challenges. A vivid illustration of this principle comes from Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's. When asked about his business, he famously stated, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not in the hamburger business. My business is real estate." He understood that the most significant factor in a franchise's success was the land and its location. Today, McDonald's is the world's largest single owner of real estate. This powerful anecdote underscores that the true value, the true business, often lies beneath the surface. Kiyosaki highlights a critical difference in spending habits. Rich people buy luxuries last, while the poor and middle class tend to buy luxuries first. Many people buy luxury items like big houses, diamonds, furs, jewelry, or boats because they want to look rich. They look rich, but in reality, they just get deeper in debt on credit. True luxury, he argues, is a reward for successfully building your asset column, not a purchase made with borrowed money or your own hard-earned labor. The income generated from the asset column buys their luxuries. Consciously recognize that your job and your business are distinct entities. While you may continue to work for an employer, dedicate a portion of your energy and resources to building something that works solely for your financial independence. This mindset shift is the crucial first step. Actively prioritize building your asset column. Every dollar you earn from your profession should be viewed as a potential employee to be invested, not just spent. Funnel your savings and surplus cash into acquiring income-generating assets that will work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you sleep. Internalize Kiyosaki's simple definition. An asset puts money in my pocket. A liability takes money out of my pocket. With this clarity, actively seek out and acquire assets such as businesses that don't require your constant presence, income-producing real estate, stocks, bonds, or royalties. Invest in areas you understand and genuinely enjoy, as passion fuels perseverance. Resist the temptation to acquire liabilities disguised as assets, e.g., an overly expensive home that drains cash flow, or to buy luxuries with debt. Consciously keep your liabilities and expenses low. This disciplined approach frees up more capital to invest in your asset column, accelerating your journey out of the rat race. Let your assets pay for your luxuries, not your paycheck. Your most powerful asset is your mind. Continuously invest in your financial IQ by learning about accounting, investing strategies, market dynamics, and legal structures like corporations. Attend seminars, read widely, and play educational games like cash flow to hone your skills. This ongoing education empowers you to see things that other people never see and seize opportunities. This chapter exposes a profound truth. The rich don't just accumulate wealth, they protect it and multiply it through strategic understanding of the tax system and legal structures. Kiyosaki provocatively states, "My rich dad just played the game smart, and he did it through corporations, the biggest secret of the rich." This shatters the Robin Hood fantasy. Historically, taxes, initially levied against the wealthy, eventually trickled down to burden the very people who voted for them, the middle class. The rich, however, simply found a way to outsmart them. A corporation isn't a giant building, it's a legal shield. It's a legal body without a soul that allows the wealthy to pay expenses with pre-tax dollars, turning personal luxuries into legitimate business costs. Your Hawaii vacation? A board meeting. Your new car? A company expense. This is not evasion. It is playing by the rules. Smarter. The difference is profound. It's like the difference between someone walking and someone flying. It's about leveraging the law to create exponential growth, rather than being a docile cow ready for milking as an employee. Invest in understanding legal entities. Learn how a corporation can legally shield finance, risk assessment, and cash flow management before embracing debt. It requires rigorous due diligence and a robust asset column to withstand market fluctuations. This is a strategy for the sophisticated investor, not the novice. We began this journey by exploring the profound wisdom of Rich Dad, Poor Dad,